Are you an athlete that's thinking about going to junior college right out of high school? Or if some people call it JUCO. If you are, I think you might want to stick around and listen to this video because I'm going to be going over my experience from being a previous JUCO athlete to making it to Division One. My experience with JUCO was honestly really cool, and I would recommend it for a lot of people, for most people actually. Because whenever you go to JUCO, you are surrounded by other people who have that drive to get to the next level. It's like an extended high school, but more serious. So my first introduction to JUCO was they flew me out, tiny airport, very tiny airport. I went to Dodge City Community College. So that, if you don't know where that's at, just look it up. It's in the middle of nowhere, Kansas. And whenever I went there, they flew me out. I came in that tiny airplane. I had to get out on the runway, walk into the TSA, get scanned. And the TSA room was literally the size of your bedroom. It was amazing. I love small towns and I love small cities. So that'll tell you who I am. After that, I had a coach pick me up on a bus. It was me and my friend, because we both came from the same high school. So they picked us up, went to the campus, got our dorm room scheduled away, got unpacked, and then boom, we get a text. Team meeting, 6 o'clock. And take in mind, we got our dorm rooms at like 4, so we only had a half an hour maybe to get everything in our dorm rooms and then go to the team meeting. So whenever we got there, it was in a big auditorium because we always had the meeting in the auditorium, and then we would walk to the practice field. So whenever we got to the auditorium, the main coach, the head coach, was introducing himself, introducing the staff, because a lot of new people came either that day or the day before. And he was introducing himself, and then he was like, all right, we have 5 a.m. workouts in the morning. Yeah, that's what I thought too. I literally just got off a plane ride. I haven't even set up my room yet, but we have 5 a.m. workouts. Crazy. So I was like, okay, that's cool. I mean, I knew what I was signing up for. So after the meeting, we all kumbaya, get to know our teammates. The only thing about JUCO, rather than regular college, is people are more so clicked. So you would have like a group of 3 people, only talk to those 3 people and not talk to the other teammates. Because JUCO is where the people who are strong-willed go, essentially. And it's either strong-willed, you didn't get the right opportunity that you wanted, or you just want a better opportunity, essentially. Or you went into troubles, legal troubles, academic troubles, and you just need more time, essentially. That's the only thing about JUCO, is people aren't peer teammates. Like, you can have teammates, but that's it. You won't talk to each other outside of the field. You won't talk to each other outside of the locker room. In my locker room, and I was only there for the summer and the fall semester. In my locker room, in that span of time, I witnessed about 4 or 5 fights, and that's normal for a locker room. But I'm talking brawls, like to the point where the kids' lips would be split open, noses would be like crazy. So like the horror stories you hear about JUCO, they are real to a certain extent though, because I did have people smoking on the back of the bus, drinking on the back of the bus, just all that, you know. And I don't want to give no names. I don't want to do anything to get anybody in trouble, so I'm not going to go further on that unless y'all want me to. So That's the only thing about JUCO is if you want the team camaraderie, it'll be hard to find. Because everybody that I've talked to that came from JUCO has that same exact experience. So boom, we get back to the dorm room and I get everything unpacked. I finally start to lay down, and it feels weird because you're getting to know your teammates, but as well, this is my first time away from home. So I didn't know, I wouldn't say I didn't know what to do with myself, but I've always had that home feeling, you know? And I've always been free will too and a free spirit, so it didn't affect me that much. It felt good rather than anything, but it was still the fact that I couldn't go to certain places just like that. Because I was, Kansas to the middle of Florida. It's a little over 1,000 miles away. And I think it was like a 22-hour drive, 23-hour drive if you wanted to drive it. So I woke up the next morning and bada bing, bada boom, had workouts. Now, I pride myself on being early to workouts. Being early to essentially anything, excuse me. And I was early, did my stretches, listened to my videos. And next thing you know, after the stretches, which we didn't even stretch a lot. Like, it's surprising how much we didn't stretch for this particular day. I think it's because it was the first day and he was trying to see what's what and who's gonna do it and who's not gonna do it. Very first day of conditioning, we had 40 40s. That means, and they're consecutive too, you get no breaks. So one group goes down, sprint 40-yard dash. If you jog, we got to redo it and the count restarts. So all of them are sprints. Boom, 40-yard dash. We had 40 of those. So 40, 40, 40, 40, 40. And the only break you would really get is the other groups doing it, because there were a couple hundred people there. Because JUCO essentially throws a cast net, and then they just collect whoever they can collect. And then whoever stays, and then that's the team. Yes, there's scholarships, and yes, there's incentives and X, Y, and Z, you know, but that's majority of what JUCO is. And people were complaining. People weren't able to do it, and the real leader stood out, and that's what the coach wanted. But what I'm trying to get at here is the workouts aren't the same. JUCO will literally try to kill you while working out. Division I and other programs, they try to work you out to see your breaking point, but they won't push you past that breaking point. As soon as you reach the breaking point, they'll be like, "Oh, okay, we know where it stands." JUCO would try to slaughter you. That's my experience, and that's the one program that I went to. I don't know if it's like that for every other program, but the program that I went to, the workout regimen was crazy. So during that period, we would have 5 a.m. workouts. You would have school, and then in the evening time, you would go for night practice or night walkthroughs, whatever it was that day. And that was new to me because in high school in Florida, they banned 2-a-days. I never had 2-a-days. So that was new to me. And one of the first weeks I overslept. I was tired as a dog. We usually had practice at like 5 in the afternoon, right? 5 or 6. I took a nap at like 3. No, I took a nap at 2. I set my alarm for 3. I didn't wake up until 5. I woke up to my phone ringing and the coach calling me. And he was like, "Where you at?" And then I was like, "Oh, coach, I overslept." He laughed and he was like, all right, get up here. I was like, yes, sir. I was worried that I was gonna have punishments and everything, but he was real understanding. It was one of the first weeks there. I was dog tired. I was new, everything, you know. I was just trying to regulate myself. Man, I miss JUCO though. I would definitely recommend doing it if you have the opportunity to do it, because some people look down upon it, but you shouldn't look down upon it. You really shouldn't. So many people go to JUCO and so many people make it out of JUCO. It's just another stepping stone. It's if you want to, it's really a different pathway. If you gonna go this way, if you want to branch off this way or branch off this way, it's still eventually gonna meet in the same place, you know, or around the same area. And I would recommend JUCO. I met some good friends there. I met some good coaches there, some good people, and it was a good experience all around. The schooling was very relaxed, very, very relaxed, because it's people who are going for their AAs, and there's no knock against that, but the schooling isn't as intense as if you go for a four-year degree. And whenever you go to schooling in JUCO and you're an athlete, at least in my case, the teachers understand. Really, any university, the teachers understand and they work with you. There's a couple teachers that won't work with you and are very strict in their old ways, but whenever you run into those, just try your best, and if they cause you hardship, go to your academic advisor, and just like that. But I do believe that JUCO is definitely a blessing if you get the opportunity to go to JUCO. If you get the opportunity to play anywhere, take it. Especially if you want to go forward in your career, take it. You just gotta realize at the end of the day, it's a business. Especially whenever you reach a university, it's a business. JUCO didn't feel that much like a business, and that's what I liked about it. It was whoever's the best is gonna play, because the way that the coaches get fed and get paid is by putting results out, and either that's individualized or team-wise. If you put results out, you get paid. So yeah, I would recommend JUCO. I definitely would. Although there's a lot of horror stories behind it, there's more good stories than there are horror stories. And they're not even horror stories. It's just what it's gonna be. They're not bad. They're not. Whenever you talk about them, they might sound a little bad, but whenever you're there in the moment, it's not. It's literally just ball, you know? You go to JUCO to just play ball, and I love that. So that's my story about JUCO. If you want me to go in depth on any specific aspect of it, let me know down below, and I'll be sure to get that out. Thank y'all for hanging in with me, because I know I've been all over the place. Thank y'all for hanging in with me and watching to the end. If you watched this far, please leave a like and subscribe. I hope y'all enjoyed, and God bless.